Hello everyone and welcome to GOO Coding Academy. In this video we have a question here asking us to write a Python program that prints factorial of a number. Alright, so we are going to develop a Python program that print factorial of given number. So without spending more time, let us start. Yes, after learning for loop and how it works in Python, we are going to write this program by just using for loop. Alright, since we no longer run a function in Python, let us use for loop. We will use function later. Simply to develop this Python program, we will need almost 3 tools. Alright, we will need factorial, we will need number, and also we'll need looping variable like I or n. So that's why here we write fact, which is equal to 1. This is our factorial. This fact representing factorial. Alright, so we also need our number, because we must find a factorial of number we already entered. Alright, that's why we write here n, which is our number. Then we must cast it into integer. That's why we write int like this. Then we use input function to ask a user enter his or her number. Right, enter number here, enter number like this. Then now we have a message here. We already have our 2 variables. We have fact and our number. Now we need to develop for loop. Right, so we use for I in range. In range here, we start from 1. Then here we start from 1 up to n plus 1. Remember that once we put here n, our loop will end with n minus 1. So in order to end with our n, we need to write n plus 1. I think this is clear, because our loop ends on n minus 1. For instance, remember that once we write like in range 3 here, 1 3, this can be, once we write like this, our loop should start from 1 up to 2. It can't reach to 3. So in order to reach to this 3, we may just add 1 here like this one, to mean that once we enter the 3, will end up to 3, because here should be 4, and in this case must be 4, then here end with 3 like this one. That's why here we put n plus 1. Alright, so I think it's making sense. Now after developing our loop, we may just now here find our factorial, and our factorial will be equal to what? Will be equal to fact, that one times our I, this one. Right, then this will loop until this condition satisfied, and then finally we print our factorial. Right, finally we print our factorial of our number, which is n, is, this is just message, is, then here our factorial here, this one. Alright, I think this is clear. So this is a simple way of developing Python program for calculating factorial of any number by just using for loop. Story here was just fact times I, as already mentioned, was just typos. Now once we run it by just clicking on this run icon, you will get interface asking you to enter number. For instance, let us enter 3. Remember that factorial of 3 is 6, because we take 3 times 2, then times 1, which is equal to 6. And as you see, this is our expected output. Factorial of 3 is 6. Also, you may enter any number. Let us run it again. Yes, now let us enter like a 5 here. As you see, factorial of 5 is just 120. Let us check. Alright, you see, our factorial is 120. So as you see, this is a simple way of developing Python program for finding factorial of any number by just using for loop. Now what if our n is equal to 0? What if we insert 0? Think about this challenge. Remember that factorial of 0 is 1. Alright, so here you should make sure that this program satisfies that condition. So since here we take n plus 1 and our factorial is equal to fact, which is equal to 1 here times I, and remember that I loops from 1 up to 1. Since n is equal to 0, we loop from 1 up to 1. To me that it just loop one time. Alright, so in that case here we'll just print fact, which is equal to 1 times 1. Alright, because here our I will be 1. Alright, so that's why here once we run it also for 0, no matter will give us the right answer. See when we enter 0. So let us see, our factorial is 1 here. Do you see? Factorial of 0 is 1. So thank you for watching this video. If you are new here, don't miss subscribe, like this video and share it to your colleagues. And if you have any question or idea, also let us know in the comment section. See you in next lesson.